Right now at 10, bird flu fallout. The new concerns over a growing egg shortage.
And Wisconsin's Supreme Court hears a lawsuit over PFAS cleanup. Why the DNR says an unfavorable ruling could hamstring an entire branch of government.
Plus, the search continues. La Crosse Regional Airport takes another step in hopes of adding another airline.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Bird flu has egg prices soaring. Some store shelves are bare, and it could soon put pressure on restaurants. According to the USDA, the bird flu killed over 17 million hens in November and December. This led to a shortage of eggs and an increase in prices. Right now, a dozen of large white eggs cost $3.65, which is $1.51 more than this time last year. The president of the Wisconsin Grocers Association says state suppliers are working to meet the demand.
In a perfect world, you'd see this in a couple of months start to stabilize, but you never know. Again, Wisconsin retailers are, I think, a little bit more optimistic, and I can tell you that the farmers we've talked with are really working very hard to make sure that there's adequate supply.
Semin encourages Wisconsinites to be patient and consider trying different products during the shortage. We also spoke to a local restaurant owner who says suppliers have increased his prices.
Yeah, we definitely had a cold start for the day, but overall wind chills have kind of decreased a little bit as the winds die off. But still tonight, it's going to be a cold one. Maybe not quite as cold as we had for this morning, but current feel-like temperatures or wind chills overall, they're below zero for most locations. A few areas are 10 to 15 below with that light wind out there. Temperatures continue to fall this evening under generally clear skies, but notice to the west, Mankato and those areas are not quite as bad right now, giving you an indication that the air mass is starting to change a little bit. But overall, there's your wind chills as you wake up. We will still see some areas in that 10 to 15 below range. Other areas further south La Crosse, probably 0 to maybe 5 below overall. So it's still cold, but the good news is the winds have died down, and this is probably the last we'll see of the wind chills, at least for a while here. Otherwise, there's your temperatures. We climb back up to 15, clear skies, but notice the wind turning around to the south. We got a front that'll be approaching in the afternoon, but so far getting up to 15, so that's the positive news. Then as we look at, there we go, and it's not going. Okay, well, we're just going to skip over that because La Crosse is not one showing up, but both locations have that coming. We are tracking a system that could bring some snow by Wednesday evening, and we're going to be mild conditions, and then we got a big change coming early next week too. So we'll break all that down a bit later.
All right, thanks, Greg. Well, Wisconsin Supreme Court heard arguments today on a lawsuit over PFAS contamination. Wisconsin has a spill law. Anyone putting a hazardous substance into the environment essentially has to clean it up. The DNR says that law allows them to mandate testing and cleanup for PFAS, the chemicals found in nonstick pans and firefighting foam that are harmful to humans. Wisconsin's biggest business association sued the DNR in 2021, saying the agency never made a rule making it known that PFAS are defined as hazardous, so it can't force businesses to test for them. Several lower courts have agreed with that. The DNR's argument today centered on the 50-year-old spill law being flexible to accommodate scientific discoveries like the toxicity of PFAS. And a majority of justices seemed inclined to agree.
This happens all the time. An agency has a general regulatory statute that sets out a standard, and it's presented with new sets of facts. You know, does this new activity fall within the statutory standard?
There is no principle that I'm aware of in the law that if the legislature passes a broad, somewhat vaguely worded statute, but specific enough to do something, that they can't act until they pass, until they have a rule.
The DNR has previously said a potential court loss would strip its authority to provide emergency water for communities like French Island, who have been on bottled water for years. The Supreme Court did not make a final decision today.
Governor Tony Evers signing an executive order today creating an Office of Violence Prevention. The move comes after last month's deadly shooting at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison. $10 million will be used to get the office going. The staff will create public education campaigns and look to improve statewide policies or laws.
The Wisconsin Department of Transportation hosted its second public meeting today for the WIS 35 I-35 corridor study in La Crosse. That study aims to improve safety and traffic operations along US 1461 and US 53. The meeting gave community members a chance to provide some feedback and ask questions about the proposed improvements. WSDOT's major studies supervisor says these meetings are crucial because they provide an opportunity for road users to voice concerns about issues that need to be addressed.
The public is the one that's using the roadway. They're walking, biking, traveling. They know the issues that are out there and maybe can give us a great perspective on what might do the best job at addressing those issues. So really getting feedback from those that are using the roadway and how we can best improve the area out there.
That study is expected to be done by spring.
The La Crosse Regional Airport is requesting up to $250,000 from the county to get another airline. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has this story.
Ken and Emily, if the airport receives that money, it will go into a minimum revenue guarantee pool, what airports use to attract airlines.
You don't want to fly American, you're forced to drive to another airport. That's really inconvenient.
Zachary Hamar is one of several travelers who would love to see another airline back at La Crosse Regional Airport. He hopes it would go to more places, including other hub airports.
If possible, even further out could also be convenient, but just somewhere that'd be able to connect to a lot of other destinations.
La Crosse Regional Airport has been down to one airline since June 2023, when Delta left because of a lack of workers.
That impacts prices too for flights in and out of La Crosse. So by bringing in another carrier, another airlines, hopefully that's going to improve not only the pricing, but just options, travel options in general.
Airport business manager J.D. Roberts says bringing Delta back requires a major investment, $1.5 million for a minimum revenue guarantee to lower Delta's risk of losing money.
So a new airline comes here, they have a certain amount of risk. If they have their target goals of what their ticket prices, margins, things like that are going to be, then we actually will cover any losses that they would incur if the ticket sales weren't up to their standards.
Airport is now asking the county board for up to $250,000 to help them reach that goal. Officials say without more options, airport usage will only keep going down.
It's definitely cut it about a little more than in half. So we were typically about 95,000 enplanements. We are down about 40,000. So it really has cut in the last year and a half here.
And the airport is trying to get any airline it can, guys. The county will vote on Thursday to match the funds for the minimum revenue guarantee. The meeting will be on Thursday at 6 p.m. at La Crosse County Administrative Center. Ken and Emily.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy.
Well, it's been years in the making, but the Sparta Free Library expansion is in its final stretch. The library has been a staple of the Sparta community for more than a century. In 2018, the City Council agreed to fund 70% of the renovations, but the Sparta community would need to raise $1.5 million themselves through knocking on doors and good old-fashioned hard work. They were able to raise the money in just under 4 years.
Had people from all over the world actually donate. They either grew up in Sparta or they just love the idea of a community hub like a library growing and improving and meeting the needs of the community.
Those renovations will include a discovery zone for kids, new tech, and additional space for library programming. Construction set to be done March 10th.
Leinenkugel Brewery in Chippewa Falls will officially close on Friday. Molson Coors announced the closing last November. The move ends over 150 years of brewing beer in Chippewa Falls. Production will now shift to the company's Milwaukee brewery. Overall, 56 workers will be losing their jobs.
The skating rink at Pogue Park is now open and be open from noon until 6 p.m. on weekends and non-school days. Best part, the skate rentals are free.
And if you were watching Let's Make a Deal this afternoon, you probably saw a La Crosse native competing for a big prize. Zach Chowkey, a Logan High School graduate, made his second appearance on the game show. In his first appearance in 2021, Chowkey won big, bringing home a brand new Mazda 3, which he gifted to his mom. 2 years later, he had a chance to try his luck again. This time, he won a home gym worth $3,000.
We get to meet all of these other very creative people who are also in the cast. You know, what most people don't realize is it only tapes for an hour, but you're there pretty much all day and you're connecting with all of the other people in the audience, and so you get to cheer for them along the way, and you get to be happy when they win things too, and you're really invested in it, so it's a lot of fun.
Chowkey watched the show in La Crosse today with his grandmother.
The highest fire weather risk issued for millions in California.
Officials prepare as severe fire fueling winds are expected to return. More after the break.
Winter is here, and with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
At Bygoff & Rohde, we help you get the settlement you deserve to put your life back on track.
As I deteriorated, I needed something that would allow me to go from floor in the garage to floor in the home. Jason helped introduce to me all sorts of accessibility equipment. I have no questions about credibility and research. Personally, if somebody was asking me, I would say, here's who I would call.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
Get ready for the big game with Spectrum. Welcome more excitement into your home as you enjoy the best TV streaming experience. Spectrum brings your entire family together with the fastest, most reliable internet so everyone can enjoy all the sports and entertainment they love. Cheer on all your favorite players on football's biggest night. With the touch of a button, Spectrum puts you at the center of it all so you never miss a play. Get in the game and save with Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled, plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-877-959-1722.
When you're dealing with your own insurance company, you may think that they're on your side, but the truth is, they're not. They're only concerned about their bottom line. That's why you need to hire Bygoff & Rohde. We get results.
Tens of thousands of additional Los Angeles residents are under threat of evacuation if high winds and dry conditions cause the fires there to spread or spark new ones.
Around 88,000 people are currently evacuated from the Palisades and Eaton fires. CBS News correspondent Danya Backus is in Los Angeles with the latest.
High winds like these captured Tuesday in Southern California are what emergency officials are concerned about as they closely monitor possible new fires.
That's why we have strike teams throughout the county. They're not just in one location, so they're out and about, especially in those areas that are prone to have those starts.
Overnight, a new fire erupted north of Los Angeles in Ventura County, but was quickly controlled.
We're ready and prepared for wildfires when they break out in these conditions.
New video from above shows the extent of the devastation from the Palisades fire, which left rows and rows of scorched homes. For the owners of those homes and others impacted by the fires, FEMA disaster assistance centers are open to provide money and help.
One of the things that we've already done is had over 40,000 applications. We provided over $8 million, but there's a lot of work yet to do.
The investigation continues into what sparked the fires. This could be the start of the Eaton fire. CBS News has confirmed this video was shot 3 minutes after it ignited near electrical towers above Altadena. Firefighters will get an extra boost from a Canadian Super Scooper back in action after it collided with a drone flying over the Palisades fire. One bit of positivity as the firefight continues. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The death toll from the fire stands at 25, with a couple dozen others still missing.
The TikTok ban looms.
But a possible alternative to the app is rising in popularity. Those details next.
Definitely have milder conditions for Wednesday, but we also got some breezy conditions and some snow that could impact the evening commute. We'll time out when the snow is expected, how much we'll get, and what it looks like temperature going forward for Thursday and Friday. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/keep-and-switch.
Welcome to the rustic side of Black River Furniture Outlet, Western Wisconsin's Cabin Store. Buy unique, one-of-a-kind pieces made in the USA, featuring aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialty woods like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars and bar stools, Find epoxy pieces, coffee and end tables, cabin furniture, bedroom sets in king, queen, full, or twin. Bunk beds and case pieces to match. Huge selection in stock to take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up by the fire or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
It's so cold.
I guess I should have called G&T Heating before the furnace went bad. Quite silly, really, with all the things that can go bad with a furnace. Plug vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, the filter. Should have called G&T sooner.
My fingers are freezing. They're numb.
Oh, take my extra pair of gloves.
Extra gloves?
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
With the controversial TikTok ban set to take effect just days from now, people who use the app are looking for some alternatives.
The Chinese app RedNote was the most downloaded free app in the U.S. Apple Store today. It's a video sharing platform used by over 300 million people. The Americans on RedNote have rallied under the hashtag #TikTokRefugee.
By Tuesday, it had been viewed 100 million times and spurred around 2.5 million discussion threads about the app. The Supreme Court could rule on the TikTok ban tomorrow.
Aren't you glad you aren't a TikTok user?
Yeah, and never got into it, and now I'm, just about the end of it. So.
Right, exactly. Well, tonight Greg would disagree with me, but it was biting cold. I went outside for my dinner break. Granted, I am wearing a skirt, but it almost hurt. It almost hurt my legs. It was that cold.
January.
Oh, January.
What a glorious month, Greg.
Oh, it's cold out there, but biting, you might want to say that next week when it starts getting down into the teens and maybe 20s below and occasionally. The good news is we don't have a lot of snow cover. That should modify a little bit, but it is going to get real cold next week. But we still got some cold for Wednesday, but just the morning hour, we'll have some light snow in the afternoon. We have a warm front that'll be lifted north. The good news with the warm front, the temperature is going to continue to rise Wednesday night. So Thursday and Friday, we're going to see milder conditions, potentially 40s as we go into Friday for the areas that don't have snow cover. We'll have a lot of clouds and breezy conditions, so it may not quite feel as warm. And then definitely you're going to start seeing the temperatures fall Saturday, and that's the start of this Arctic really cold step that's going to be coming through here that could last all the way through Tuesday morning too. We'll still have some wind chills overnight through tomorrow morning. Potentially as low as maybe 15 below in certain areas as you wake up, especially further north and east you go where they do have more snow cover. Otherwise, probably around 0 as you go further south. That will improve for most areas as we get later in the morning, getting probably above 0 for wind chills as we get closer to the noon hour. And then in the afternoon, we'll have the more clouds. Temperatures overall will start climbing pretty good in the morning, given that wind's turning around to the southwest. So up to the north around 20, lower mid-20s, getting pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. Then, excuse me, then as we go into Thursday, temperatures will warm up overnight. And then we'll see temperatures get back up to the mid-30s, potentially upper 30s too as we go into Thursday. Once again, that wind will be out of the west-northwest, so it won't feel as warm as you would expect, but still, compared to what we've had, it definitely will be warmer. Then Friday, potentially some areas that don't have snow could get up into the mid-40s. We'll have a lot more clouds moving in. A cold front will be passing through during the day, but still, we'll start off mild. We're going to end mild too, so definitely that will feel good. Unfortunately, a front will be coming through after that. For their snow for tomorrow, we expect not to see much of that snow with the warm front coming until late, probably after 3 to 4 for seeing that coming across for Eau Claire, probably later closer to 5 to 6 for La Crosse, so it will impact back the evening commute for some areas with the snowfall. The winds will pick up too, so we could see a little bit of reduced visibility. Not expecting a lot of snow, but slick spots are definitely possible as we go throughout. This will continue through 7 to 8 as the winds turn around. By the time we get to 9 to 10, I think most of the snow will push off to the east, and it'll just be flurry activity really. Snow amounts, you can see generally less than an inch for all areas, except maybe up to the north they might pick up a little more. So basically a trace to maybe half an inch with this, but it's a timing that's important, that it's during the evening commute. And the winds, as I mentioned, out of the southwest ahead of this as we go into Wednesday. Then they turn around Thursday to the west-northwest, and we could see winds getting up into that 15, maybe 20 mile per hour range in the afternoon. So although it will be warmer Thursday, that wind will keep probably those wind chills maybe in the teens above zero, so not quite as warm as we'd hoped for. The bad news is once we get to the weekend, it gets even worse as we go into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, where we could see temperatures well below zero. We're talking teens and 20 belows, especially going into Monday and Tuesday. And factoring the wind chill, that could be pushing 30 below. So definitely something to keep in mind of if you have anything going on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Otherwise, enjoy the mild conditions, the thaw, before we go back into the deep freeze,
the big
back
thaw.
into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, cast your vote. One Coulee Region man needs your help joining some elite company. Plus a big night on the hardwood, including a battle of ranked teams in Onalaska. Jacob is next.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it and serving this community all day, every day. We work hard for this trust and love telling your local stories because we, like you, expect more.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was worried when I found out Duke had to get knee surgery, but the process was easier than we thought.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
An epic weekend of ice fishing along the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin at the 75th Annual Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery, January 30th through February 2nd. A tradition that started in 1950, the Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery is celebrating a milestone year with live music, great food, a ton of fun, and a chance to win prizes all weekend long. Learn more and register for the 75th Annual Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery at prairieduchien.org.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lansendorf.
Good luck finding a better boys hoops game in the entire state tonight than we had in Onalaska. Hilltoppers number 6 in Division 2. Blue Gold's unbeaten entering the night in number 2 in D4. Two of the best coaches in the Coulee region duking it out, Brad Reinhardt and Craig Cole. Home side came ready to play in this one. Noah Chenault swings it over to Broden Steiner, who muscles it up for the 2. Then Brendan Chenault with the fadeaway J, forcing an Aquinas timeout. Blue Golds, they would respond quickly. Logan Becker reads the pass, and look out below. Junior with some serious hang time to make it a 6-point deficit. Then as Trey Barr getting to the rack, finishing for the hoop and the harm right before the half. The ball will be swung back to Noah Chenault, who is going to beat the buzzer to go up 3 at the break, and Onalaska hands Aquinas their first loss of the season. To the north side we go. Lacrosse Logan hosting Central in this one. Riverhawks with the quick start. Frankie Wilk right past the defense using the right hand and laying it in for 2. And then it's Derek Pangier. Gets to his spot, mid-range jumper, nothing but net. Central leads. Rangers fighting back. Bradley Check on the fast break. Up the court, right back to Check, and gets the shot to fall. Logan cutting into the deficit, but Central would pull away. Wilk with a slick pass inside to Jalen Calvert for the bucket. Riverhawks take this one 84-47. 2 one-loss teams facing off tonight in Blair. The Wildcats out to a fast start with Ryan Oldendorf to Hunter Wagner, who drains the step-back 3 ball. Good team passing early. Senior Drake Sweat is going to drive the lane hard and laying it in to get the Thunder rolling back into this game. Offense was too much from the Thunder as Jack Steinke rains down a couple of shots from deep to give Osseo Fairchild a commanding lead in the first half, and it would be enough to win the game as the Thunder roll by a final of 62-60. Elsewhere on the court tonight, the ladies' side, Aquinas defeats Anna. Central doubles up Logan. Cashton downs Westby, and Whitehall defeats Indy Gill by 9. On the boys' side, Holman takes care of Sparta. Toma barely edges out Mauston. Bangor wins by 7 over Waniwak Center, and North Crawford takes down DeSoto. Andrew Munson scoring his 1,000th point in that one. Senior night for the lacrosse wrestling, and they were bringing out the hammers tonight. First at 175, it's Sawyer Doring picking his guy up, taking him straight to his back, and he would go on to get the pin. Next at 215, it's Christian Parcher in control, working the fall, and he will eventually get it for lacrosse. At 285 next, it's Colin Wilson on his feet, picks the ankle, takes his guy right to his back, and the ref slaps the mat as he gets the pin. And then at 113, Shen Yang on the edge of the mat, but check this out. He keeps his feet in, and he still gets the pin. Lacrosse takes this one 54-29. Well, a lifelong Packers fan is vying for a coveted spot in the team's Fan Hall of Fame. With years of dedicated fandom under his belt, Paul Gasper is hoping his commitment to the green and gold will earn him recognition among the league's most devoted supporters.
Kind of like on Forrest Gump, like I just felt like running, well, I just felt like wearing a Packers shirt.
For 38 years, Paul Gasper has repped the green and gold every single day.
I went into it, I'm thinking, that's kind of weird to wear a Packers shirt every day, but I decided I just wanted to show that I was a fan every day.
Over 14,000 days later, he's being nominated for the Packer Fan Hall of Fame.
Not just being, like a bandwagon jumper or, when they're winning, you watch them. You be there every day, they win or lose. You're a fan every day.
It doesn't matter what the occasion is. Gasper is rocking his shirt no matter what.
My wife and daughter and I searched together so we could find a Packers shirt that I could wear to walk her down the aisle. Because my daughter even said, "Dad, I know it's my wedding, but I'm not breaking the streak."
The fandom started back in the 60s when he would watch the game on his black and white TV. And he hasn't missed a game yet.
Can't remember anyone that I did miss. The closest I did come to missing one was January 3rd, 1999, when my daughter was born. She was going through labor all day, maybe every half hour or so. And I had the game on, and she let me. I got to thank her for that. She was, I don't know if she's ever forgiven me for it, but I have to thank her that she let me watch that playoff game. And then about 2 hours after the game was over, we got to meet our daughter for the first time, which was the best part.
He may be 200 miles away, but the Packers are in his blood, and nothing is going to change it.
I'm just me, just a regular Packers fan. I'm not a bigger Packers fan than anybody, but I have showed a lot of more devotion than a lot of fans do, and that's what the Packers see.
For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot in your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you can rise to meet it.
Right now, receive 0% APR for 60 months and up to $2,300 off BX Series tractor packages. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you see discoloration or damaged wood here, that can mean rotted materials here. Cheap repairs or inserts can cause bigger problems fast. You need a trusted window company to replace the window and fix the surrounding materials correctly. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-step installation process on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Buy one window, get 50% off your second window. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions or something less.
Does Random Starship Mortgage sponsor your kids' t-ball team? I doubt it. Firefighters Credit Union is a strong, reliable lender that has been a proud member of the community for nearly a century. Trust Firefighters Credit Union for your next home loan. Call Matt or Troy today.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
Hardee's came up with the mushroom and Swiss burger over 45 years ago. Buttery Swiss and savory mushroom sauce on charbroiled beef. Here's to good things never changing. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
La Crosse area youth are turning the Pump House into a visual experience.
The youth art exhibit features artwork created by students from 9 La Crosse area schools. All the artists were encouraged to show off their work, ranging from paintings, drawings, and mixed media pieces. One young artist says she didn't mind the challenge of creating something new for her portfolio.
So I usually like to do aquatic art because, I don't know, I just like fish and stuff. I generally draw dragons, but for some of these, since they were assignments, I had to categorize stuff a little less. No dragons, but it was still nice.
No dragons, all right. The students' artwork will be on display in the Pump House's balcony gallery until February 1st. Admission is free. We'll be right back with another look at your forecast.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
I didn't know it, but my back pain was coming from my feet. My personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/keep-and-switch.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
All right, kind of a cold start for Wednesday, then keep an eye on the evening commute. There will be some light snow, could see a few slick spots, maybe reduced visibility with the breezy conditions. Thursday, Friday, enjoy those temperatures, because it'll be a while till we'll probably see those again.
All right.
Burr.
Enjoy. Burr is the word, right?
Yes,
All right.
it is.
That does it for us at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.